All right, I'm Nasty Bob with 1015 Bob Rocks. We got Dad Bob here, and
Joe Gatto. I want to change my name to Bob.
we need to give you a Bob name.
What Bob would I be? I'd be bobbing for apples. No, I'd be bobbing for cannolis.
Cannoli
That would
Bob.
be better for you.
You can be Cannoli Bob.
Cannoli Bob.
Bob, that's great.
We have
There
now
you go.
dubbed you Cannoli Bob.
There you go.
Thank you.
Welcome
I
to the
accept.
nation.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
Well, I bet you are excited for your show here at Hershey Theatre.
Yes, I can't wait. I mean, I'm the home of chocolate. I mean, I should be there. I think I'm pretty sure I'm a blood relative of that town. I think that's where my family line comes from.
Well, there you go. You're going to show them how to make the chocolate now, right?
That's right.
You're going to have
That's
your special chocolate bar there.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah, I mean, I love that town. It's gonna be a good time. A good friend of mine came through there not too long ago, Sal, told me what a great crowd it was. So I decided to come follow suit, and I'm really excited to do.
And you got two
to do some
shows. You got a
comedy.
7 o'clock and a 9:30. I think
I had to add one. Everybody wanted to come out and laugh, so I was like, let's do it again. So we have a
Well,
second show
yeah.
added, and it's selling quick. So I'm hoping to get 2 sellouts there and have a great night.
So what can the fans expect from you there? I mean,
3 to 5 laughs are
you're not
guaranteed.
you're not doing some practical jokes on them,
No.
the audience.
No, it's my version of a stand-up show. So I get up there for an hour and tell stories of my life, of being friends with those guys and stories of my time on the show and some stories about just being friends with them and how crazy that could be. And then I get a little bit more about me, about being, parenthood, fatherhood, my upbringing with my crazy Italian mother. And of course, dogs always come up because I have so many dogs.
Well, how many do you have now?
We run a sanctuary now called Gatto Pups and Friends. So right now the number fluctuates because they some either get adopted or die because we adopt mainly seniors. So we just give them a nice place to run out there last month. But I think we're at like 26 right now. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's great. It's so much fun, and it's it's hard to be, or they're so happy to be, in a home. So it's just really hard to be in a bad mood when you walk into that place.
Yeah.
Do you ever bring them on the show with you on the tour?
I do. My girl Spumoni comes with me. My littlest dog sometimes comes. She might actually come to Hershey. I'm trying to figure it out. But I would love her to come. It's always great when she's there. She's becomes a star of the show, though. Nobody wants to talk to me. They're like,
of course.
Everybody loves it.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
Are you gonna make that like your next act? Maybe adding the dogs into your
maybe
act?
I'll just start training some dogs. Like you see me up there with some hula hoops and stuff.
So how do you handle the pressure now that you're solo? You don't have your guys with you.
It was definitely a transition because like when we did the live show with the guys, the 4 of us are up there, so I'm only responsible for 25% of the funny, but now it's 100% on me. So it's different in that way, where there's a little bit more pressure. But now that I figured it out, it's great. And it's different because for me, like for the Joker shows, people would show up because they're a fan of Jokers, but to the Joe Gatto show, people would show up because they're also a fan just of me, which is really interesting to have this fandom that's come out and supported in such a big way. I mean, the crowds have been amazing over the past year. I've gone to, a bunch of places across America, which has been so fun just to get different tastes, how different people are in different parts of the town, different parts of the country. So it's been really, really fun. And the challenge has been accepted, and I'm proud of the comedy that we have right now. I'm really, really excited about it.
That's awesome. Where's been your favorite place so far?
Hershey, Pennsylvania is going to have to beat out. Let's see.
Nice job.
Yeah, I just did Athens, Georgia, which is where the University of Georgia is, which was a really fun electric town. I had never been there. I also had gone to Alaska, which I had never been. I played Anchorage, which was really fun. So there was a lot about that. But I've always loved there's just something about the East Coast, being from New York, having those crowds. I spent a lot of time in Pennsylvania growing up, we used to take vacations and stuff there. I had family out in Pennsylvania. So, I just have a hometown feel there too. And I just like the East Coast. So I'm really excited for Hershey.
Have you ever done the cruise, or would you ever do like a comedy cruise?
Yeah, we did a Joker's cruise. We did 4 of them, which was awesome. We used to do Joker's cruise before COVID. Our last one docked we got back February of 2020, like February 16th of 2020. We brought it back with us.
So now we know.
Now we know.
Yeah, that was it. Sorry about that. We thought it was a great practical joke. It didn't pan out.
No.
It was practical. But yeah, so we had done 4 of those. I always loved the cruises because it was a total disconnect where you just mix it up with the fans. You're basically on vacation with your fans. We'd have 2,000 people on the boat, which is really fun. But I would probably do one of those again. I think that'd be fun.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. I always have this one question because with you being in comedy and you've done it for so long, who makes you laugh? I mean, I know that your buddies probably, of course, they always have you cracking up, but is
Yeah.
there someone else that you've always kind of like looked up to, or just no matter what they do, they just have you
Yeah.
laughing your ass?
Well, for sure. I mean, my one of my older sisters, I have two older sisters. The middle one is the funniest woman I know. Carla, my sister Carla, great. She's fantastic. But I will say my kids make me laugh every day, hard on the regular, just with the way the kids are, what they say, and even that they're just so quirky, and they're so much like me. They're like weird and funny, and my daughter's fearless, so it's kind of fun how you see them growing up to be like that. And then in the industry, I always loved Mel Brooks growing up. I was a huge Mel Brooks fan, still am. He always made me laugh, and I just really, really, really think he's funny. And I think there's also a lot of fun stand-ups now. I think the game has changed a little bit with social media, being able to get your content out there, and I think we found a lot of fun comedy. A lot more people have become more accessible.
Mhm.
So I think there's just a lot. It's a good place for comedy right now.
Yes, I agree. And what do you have else in the works besides going to be at Hershey Theatre on April 15th at 7 and 9:30?
That's right.
What else do you have going on?
I wrote a kid's book, which is great. I'm excited for that to come out. I wrote a kid's book because I used to, in my life before this, I worked at a baby store called Giggle, where I sold like high-end furniture.
appropriate is that?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? And there was a lot of kids books there too, which I always enjoyed the kids book space. Then when I had kids reading to my kids and whatnot, and I always loved creative writing, so I was inspired to write one. And I wrote one that'll be coming out next year, and I'm really excited about that. And then my dream always had been, this is the reason why I got in the industry, was to be a movie director, write and direct feature film. So now that I have a little bit more time to focus on different things, I've been working on that. Have my script out there, working on trying to get that done, because like Jokers was great, but it was like a 10-year it was a 10-year diversion from the path why I entered it. So it's interesting to get back to why I really love it, and I always love movies, so I'm hoping to get some traction there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have a last question before we let Joe go?
I would just like to say I love the Two Cool Moms podcast.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so much fun. Yeah.
I've been catching up on, so I've listened to it a few times, probably over the past year, but I've been going through all the episodes because I started watching from the very beginning, because I caught like a few in the middle here and there.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm going to start this over and watch the whole thing. Love it.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's a fun format. We just give our best. We both had cool mothers growing up. That's why it's called Two Cool Moms. And we think we've inherited that maternal advice capability. So, we spend the first half telling stories about anything. And then the second half, we actually take dilemmas from fans and try, they write in and we try to solve their problems as best we can. We're not very good, but we try.
Well, it's entertaining. So
thank you. Yeah. This week's episode was one of my favorites. We just published today, so I was really excited about it.
Awesome.
Well, Joe, thanks for taking time. We can't wait to see you at Hershey Theatre, April 15th, 7:00 show, 9:30 show. The 7:00 show I heard is almost sold out. So
yes,
we need to get those tickets now. And of course, that's Hershey Theatre. Thanks for taking time.
Yeah, come out and see Cannoli Bob. I'm excited to be there.
Yes. We want to hear that shout out too.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you, Joe.